I'm zeroing in on the Knights Templar's lost stronghold in the Holy Lands. Knowing that it's likely a fortress, I've done some digging, and I've come up with a journal from a 13th century writer, the Templar of Tyre.
It's his first-hand eyewitness account of Crusader Acre when it was Crusader Acre. I mean, how cool is that? And it describes a Templar fortress, the strongest place in the city. It had at its entry a tall, strong tower, and on each corner of the tower was a huge gold lion. And also another very old tower on the sea in which the Templars kept their treasure. So by the sea, there's a fortress and a treasure tower. Now, I know I'm in the Templar Quarter, and there's only one way to the sea, that direction.
West. That backs up what my 3D map indicated.
It's not what I was expecting. It's a lagoon. But you see these rocks in the line right out there? It's hard to make out in the breaking waves, but there's something there. I want to take a closer look, but I think I'm going to need some help.
Marine archaeologist Ehudd has spent half a lifetime scouring the seabed around Accra. He's discovered a Crusader shipwreck, complete with its anchor, and something else.
We were diving in the harbor. The water is dirty and murky. We were expecting to find broken pottery and things like this, and suddenly we start to find gold coins. So this is amazing.
Investigations confirm this handful of gold florins was minted in the 13th century during the reign of the Templars.
Some finds are very exciting when you find them. It is not only the gold, you know, it's the gold and the story and the whole presence of the Christian world in the Holy Lands. So it's an important piece of history, an important archaeological find.
Ehudd's gold coins were found here, in the entrance to the harbor, where ships moored to unload pilgrims and cargo. Ehudd believes his find may be part of a bigger lost hoard, just waiting to be discovered. If there is gold here, the fortress could be near too.
Down here, huh?
Don't worry, be happy.
Ehudd's knowledge of marine archaeology and the Crusader era make him the perfect guide.
It's okay, come.
All right.
Trust me on that.
Your average walk on the beach.
The route is precarious, but Ehudd insists it will be worth it.
All right.
Welcome. Shall we start going?
Let's do it. Wow, look at this. It's so clearly man-made.
This is a section of foundation of a wall.
This is a completely unique line.
You can see that it is laid on the bedrock. It is made of ashlar stones. We can see sections of the wall over there, and most of it was ruined.
These man-made Asher stones are cut and dressed rocks, shaped at a quarry, just like I saw in the crypt.
How do we know that it is Crusader? Because we see here the holes. There were iron clamps coming from here to hold it like this,
and like this, and so on and so on.
It's kind of like a sewn patchwork of stone.
Yes.
And this is the signature Crusader buildings?
This is a cultural marker because this is how they built. The iron clamps is a fingerprint of the Crusaders.
So what would have stood here in the time of the Crusaders?
The Crusader, all this area was Crusader seawall. You can see here a corner of the wall. You see that it is man-made, and you can still see the ashlars. And here you see the iron bars, typical Crusader building. Now this was a clamp. It was like this to connect the next stone. So you can see this is clear evidence.
That's very specific, huh?
Yeah, of course, yes. There are some scholars who claim that some ruins are still left there that may be associated with the foundation of the Templar fortress.
Wow, amazing.
How much would you pay to go back 800 years ago just to see it?
At least one treasure chest of Templar gold.
As an archaeologist, I am willing to give you years of my life just to go and see it.
This is the stuff of childhood dreams, right? To find these fingerprints of the Templar building design, it's pretty awesome. You know, somewhere hidden just beneath the surface of this lagoon is the echoes of this ancient Templar fortress.
The foundations in the lagoon have never been mapped in detail.
Yeah, but let's do like a zigzag pattern across here, you see?
The drone will fly a grid pattern, scanning as it goes. The resulting model will be accurate to a 1/16 of an inch.
Let's do it. Let's go.
I'm hoping that this will prove that these stones are not just seawalls, but the foundations of the Templar fortress itself. The foundation rocks in the lagoon at Accra have been scanned. We're hoping the data will confirm that the Templar fortress once stood here.
I just got the data now from the drone that scanned the entire lagoon. And what that allows me to do here is by laying that on top of reality, I can enhance the view of all the different rocks that Ehud had showed me.
The scan records the precise coordinates of the remains, creating a 3D digital survey. This is the first time such detailed scans of the lagoon foundations have ever been made. But data needs to be interpreted, so I'm back in the field lab.
Using the traces of the foundation that I just scanned, you see these? Boom, boom, boom. I can actually begin to connect the dots. Like that. Now I've got my seawall. And this Templar church crypt, which is right here, that would have been just on the outside of the fortress wall that would have faced the city. So something like this. And according to the description from the Templar of Tyre, there were 2 towers, one at each corner. Now we know from the archaeologists that today's Akreh was built on top of the old city, layer upon layer, and that there would have been overlapping features. So the place that would have made the most sense is where there's existing material, like where this lighthouse now stands, right here. And also over here, where this collapsed sea defense exists, right here. So with all these pieces, I'm beginning to get a first pass at how and where this long-lost fortress might have stood.
But if the Templar of Tyre was right, and the fortress did guard a treasure tower, the data does not reveal where.
There's another Crusader fortress just 50 miles east of here, and it's still standing. Maybe it'll shed some more light on this.